Hey everybody, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. Today's video I wanted to talk, like so many other people are, about the Oscars this past Sunday. So let's get to it. Before we get into it though, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that we can stay connected and for you to be notified when there are new videos to watch. I love award shows. I love it all. I love the red carpet, the glam bot, the red carpet interviews. I love it. So, of course, like many, I was parked on the couch on Sunday, getting my fill of all things red carpet and Oscars, and rooting for Benedict Cumberbatch because he's fantastic. And along with millions of viewers, I watched Will Smith slap Chris Rock. My first reaction was that I had to be part of the show, but like everyone else, we quickly learned that it wasn't. It was a raw and visceral reaction to a joke made at the expense of Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole right versus wrong discussion here. I think pretty much everyone clearly understands that what Will did was totally wrong, out of line. But what I do want to say is, I get it. I get why he reacted the way that he did. As someone who has had many a verbal insult slung my way because of my appearance, I was born with a bilateral cleft lip and palate. I can totally understand the impulse to lash out, sometimes even physically, when you've just had enough. For those that have had the experience of being bullied and being made fun of for the way that you look, you know that pain cuts deep. And I don't care who says otherwise, but words do hurt. I can still remember so clearly the exact situation in middle school where one particular bully said some of the most hurtful and cruel words to me. So I don't buy the whole sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me mantra. Words can cut deep. They do hit hard and can linger in our minds for years. Making fun of someone's appearance isn't comedy. It's petty, it's uninteresting, and it shows the true nature of the person making the joke. That's why when Chris Rock made his joke, I rolled my eyes just like Jada Pinkett Smith did. And if nothing further had happened, Chris Rock would have been made to look petty, uninteresting, just through his own words. But by Will Smith reacting the way that he did, he switched that dynamic and gave away his power the moment he struck Chris Rock. So now, instead of talking about how out of line Chris Rock was for making fun of someone's appearance, and let me just clear up for a minute that whether or not Chris Rock knew that Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia is beside the point. It doesn't matter. Whether or not he knew, it does not excuse his crassness and pettiness for using someone's appearance as a punchline. Now we are talking about how out of line Will Smith was for his reaction because it was just a joke. The power has been shifted from the victim back to the bully. As I think about how things played out on Sunday, I've realized that it's the perfect teaching opportunity for ourselves and for our children. The lesson? We must learn how to pick our battles. Do Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith really care what Chris Rock thinks of them? Probably not. We must consider the messenger when it comes to how we react to hurtful words or rude comments. Now, of course, when we're young and we're in school, we care a lot about what people think. It's part of the growing up experience. Finding our group of friends. How do we fit in? Where do we fit in? Finding that identity and sense of belonging. Did I care what my bully thought of me back in middle school when she said those cruel and vile words to me? Most likely. That's why they bothered me so much. Do I care now? Of course not. We have to ask ourselves, do I really care what this person thinks of me? If the answer is no, then that person's opinion, comment, whatever, has zero impact on me. They are not worth the time or energy it would take for me to respond. With age comes wisdom through experience. I've learned that not everyone deserves my response or my precious energy when it comes to reacting to a cruel or hurtful comment. I have learned how to pick my battles. And now, as a parent myself, I'm teaching my daughter to do the same. So I encourage you to have conversations with your children about how they view the people that have said mean things to them. When it comes down to it, do they really care what that person thinks of them? Use this particular incident between Will Smith and Chris Rock as your jumping off point. There is a lot of complicated feelings and emotions wrapped up in this one particular incident that can spark wonderful and helpful conversations so that you and your child can strengthen the skill of learning to pick the battles that truly deserve their time and energy. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.